do a video like this. Welcome to Complete Traffic. It's Susan, and I just want to share with you some insight coming full circle from relating myself to a storyline. So, when we have an experience with another, and it brings up all these feelings, and I can see I've been the catalyst to that for people and them for me. But what I got from this perspective is you don't even have to be interacting with that other person to come full circle. I'll explain to you what I mean. So you meet a person, they meet you, and those feelings get ignited. Whatever those feelings are, it's going to be so different for every scenario, right? And that igniting then does the work. You're not, whether that person ever calls you again or you ever call that person again, all of the pieces that were meant to occur for you are going to show up, unless of course you go into self-denial. Self-denial is a whole nother party, but and I've been there too, so I know that. I know self-denial, I know it all, which is great. Welcome to being the human experience. So what I realized, oh damn, that's a police officer, that's a po-po. So I realized was that I didn't need that other person to be in my life the whole time. It's like, it was every time I would look at that scenario, I would examine it from a different perspective. And every time I examined it from a different perspective, it would tell me something about myself. And it was such an interesting, clean way to experience myself through the perspective of it being about another. And I think we can relate that to every relationship we have in our lives. We look at the other person and we determine what they are or not doing for us, and then we put our attention on the examination of them. And when someone's not in our lives, but every time we think of them, it brings up a certain feeling. Those are the feelings you want to travel. As you travel those feelings, it gives you an opportunity to really see your stuff inside, what those foundation pieces look like, and how they're affecting your thinking and your feeling state. If you were to say to me, tell me about the 3D reality system, I would tell you it's very physical, mentally and emotionally. It's very physical planet, or a very physical dimension. Really, the words don't really matter. Like some would say, the words matter. Well, what matters more is the matter that's behind the words, right? But the words do help when you're looking to relay conversation. So yeah, I can look now through something. We're going to get into this other piece too. The person doesn't have to be in front of you, because they are connected to you until you work your way all the way through, and they're connected to you through the ethers. So their awareness factor and my awareness factor may not even be linked in yet to the connection on the ether plane, but hoping that what I guess I'm not trying to get into the story of it. I'm just trying to explain the outcome, but I'm not sure if I can do that without giving examples. We'll see. And the honk goes, and the truck goes beep. So, LA traffic. Ooh, it's funny. It looks yellow, but then it's reflecting purple. Really interesting. Anyways, so yeah, there's something about how we are all connecting on the ethers, and then our human is like an avatar. You know, it's like it's got its own level that it can think up to. But then that part, as it comes together with the soul opens up the awareness factors more and more. That's why connecting up with your soul and your light family is so incredibly vital to this journey. And so it's an ether experience that's occurring, but your brain is helping out in the process, because every time you think of that person, you want to watch where and what you want to do with those emotions and those thoughts. That's the key. And the way that you have come full circle is when you start to imagine that person or think about them. It has a resolution to it. It has a place it can go to. It has a resolution and a place it can go to if it's met on the next playing field. And the playing field, when I say the next playing field, I'm very clear to call it a playing field instead of an end result. And whoa, I'm spinning right now. The playing field does change. The playing field you want to change because same feelings, same actions creates same results. Now, this is going to be very important if in fact you have someone that is unresolved in your life. Don't be afraid to resolve it through the human self, but in the ethers, by saying, okay, let's think of that person and let's see what feelings get brought up. Are we pushing that person away? Are we judging that person? Are we making statements like, I don't think so? These are all opportunities to look at what's underneath that. That is the place that you'll be able to see that the reaction indicates the hurt, the withdrawal, all of that stuff is all just hurt and disappointment, but it really has nothing to do with the other person. It has to do with you. More importantly, not only does it have to do with you and the person was just the catalyst to that movement, it also, sorry, I'm spinning right now. It also is there to give you more freedom from that, from what you see. If we don't do this kind of work for ourselves, within ourselves, and we keep recycling people, places, and things, we recycle the people, places, and things to hang on to the fear. I know, because I too have done that as well. Oh, I say that because you are not alone. We are not alone. I am here with you. And it's true, we're not alone. And that's the traffic again. And we don't have to have that person in front of us. But what's really cool is start to listen. Well, listen the whole time, but start to see the pieces start to move. The need not to be frustrated, upset, hurt, or angered, or pushing away someone. Once you get past that point, which is what they call the Ho'oponopono point, right? Some call it Ho'oponopono. You know why it's called Ho'oponopono, and or the forgiveness piece, right? You begin to look at it from an even wider awareness, a higher perspective. Like, not higher like I'm above it, but you start to see the gift in it. Once you start to see the gift, it's not about pushing or pulling someone forward towards you or pushing them away. Once you see the gift in it, that's when it, you know, when you're on a different playground. And that's what I experienced today. A different playground. And the different playground feels really good. It's like, it's peaceful. It's you knowing that you're of service to your fellow men and women. Oh, damn. I hope I don't get pulled over. It's you being of service. He didn't pull me over. Does he want to pull me over? You're not supposed to have your phone out, but at the same time, I'm just recording a video. I wonder if I'm going to start editing out these silly points of my life. I mean, I kind of like the realness of it all, but I'm unsure if it translates well to all y'all. So, once you get onto that different playground with one scenario, you begin to have the realize, okay, he's coming again. That you can get on a different playground. Oh, damn. Okay, this is what police officers just doing their own thing. You can get on a different playground. Playground feels really good. I'd like to stay on this playground, please. With everybody. You know, that awareness of like, we're just here to have compassion for one another. You know, we're all more loved and amazing than what we are taught to believe. And the peace that comes along with it feels really nice. If you ask what I wish for 2019, it would be peace inside. You know, and compassion. Peace and self-love. Just the best gift ever. let's wrap that up and give it away for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is peace, self-love, and compassion. Yeah. Now, you go, okay, I've got peace, love, and compassion for the situation. Can I now stay in the feeling of peace, love, and compassion? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So this is downtown LA. Downtown LA. I'll let you see the sign. It's Hollywood, Pasadena, and all downtown. And I was at the beach today, and I'm heading back home, and this is traffic time. It said it was an hour, but I don't think that's true. Anyways, thanks for listening.